Hello from Berlin, or good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are right now. First of all, I would like to say thank you for being here with me right now, because it really feels good to know that I'm not alone, especially in times like this. My name is Birgit, and I will be talking about redesigning our thinking in context of uncertainty and how to embrace it. I will also share a few key learnings with you. And now that we're so close, basically just one click apart, I will also share a little bit about myself and how I experience uncertainty and the role it plays in my life. The picture you can see here, this beautiful black and white picture showing my mother and me striking a pose, something my grandmother tried to get out of my system for many years without any success, was taken in the former GDR. I was around 2 to 3 years old. I don't really know, to be totally honest. What I do know is that at that time, socks and stockings were bought 3 sizes bigger to make sure that we could wear them for multiple seasons or even pass them on. It looks like that time everything was still okay. Little did I know that 12 years later, uncertainty took over. My mother was diagnosed with cancer, and we, as a family, we had no idea how to deal with this. First, we ignored the shock. Then we pretended that nothing happened. Everything is okay. Everything will eventually turn back to normal, which of course it didn't. We came to a point where we had to face reality. But then, let me be totally honest with you, it became apparent that the family wasn't functioning. We developed into a dysfunctional family. Maybe we have been dysfunctional before, I don't really know. But it was obvious that we were dysfunctional. I was too young. I had no clue how to deal with it. I did not know what to make out of it. The only thing I can remember was that I constantly felt, why me or why my mother? I also came to a point where I had to face reality. And then I said to myself, okay, what do I do? I was overwhelmed because I realized that I could not change anything, no matter how hard I tried. And the harder I tried, and believe me, I did try very hard, the more frustrating it became to me because I was paralyzed. So I realized what I can change are the little things. I can change the steps I do. And I also told myself what I will be doing is I will try to make these memorable moments and try to see how I can make life easier and be good to myself. At the end of the day, I said, my mother is teaching me the hardest lesson she can teach me, something a mother can give to a daughter. She taught me to be present, to be giving the best in every moment in life I can, to value time and to value others, and enjoy life to the fullest. And I also told myself that this is an experience I don't need to ever go through in my entire life again. And I was very happy. Yeah, strange that you think that I connect happy to such as that thing, but I did, and it worked. It's a very pragmatic approach, but if you know me better, you will know that I am actually a very pragmatic person. So, enough said about myself. Let's jump back to 2021. Here I am again, faced with uncertainty. But this time I'm not alone. We are all in a collective state of uncertainty. You, entire companies, or countries. We have to deal with a different speed of change. There is a new order of things and new relevancies. We have to deal with uncertainties such as climate catastrophes, increasing power of internet companies, smart data, artificial intelligence, And now to top it off with the pandemic. We want to hold on to what we know, which is totally perfectly normal, but at the same time, everything around us changes in a speed of light, and it's super fast, and it increases in complexity. So it's no wonder that we feel overwhelmed, or we feel like, what shall we do right now? How to deal with it? And often, a question comes into mind, as I said, how to deal with it, and we tend to focus on the systems of this uncertainty which we try to change, which I believe, from my point of view, is the wrong thing to do. Because it amplifies, often, uncertainty. It makes it even bigger or more painful. And also, it takes away the pleasure of a new journey that you could be taking. So when I was 21, I looked back and I said, okay, I want to change it. I embrace uncertainty. I let it move in with me. I decide my life is an adventure. And this is what I'm doing at the moment, and this is how I deal with this new reality. I see life as an adventure, and I develop resiliencies, and you can do the same. Embrace and see the opportunities there are and what we can do with this new wealth of information that is ahead of us. And now I would like to invite you to go on a trip with me. I would like you to make sure that there is nothing between us except the screen. And please relax and take a moment and breathe in and breathe out. And now close your eyes and feel good. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, and you can feel the sun on your face. You're out about on a bicycle tour with your beloved ones, and you feel so good. No masks required. Everything is perfect. And then something comes into your mind, and you feel, how would it be right now if I could have ice cream? That would just make it perfect. You can imagine the taste. You know your favorite flavor. You know what you would like to get. You see it. You envision it, the texture. The more you think about it, the more your tongue gets active. And what happens is there is an ice cream parlor just around the corner. So you park your bike, you cycle there. You know exactly what you want. You don't need to think about it. You can almost smell the taste. You step into the ice cream shop. There's a lady in front of you. You go in. You're eagerly waiting to place your order. You take one step, and there you are. And you look, and you see your favorite ice cream is gone. Nada, gone, nothing. Will you leave the shop being frustrated, not knowing that there are other opportunities? Will you be grumpy the entire day? Or will you decide to look around and see the different flavors, see the different new combinations of ice cream that are available that you may have never thought of before? Embrace the moment of opportunities and have a look. Now slowly close your eyes and come back to me. Aren't we humans amazing? Isn't it amazing what we can imagine or create if we want to? We possess minds, and we have the ability to revisit things, to recreate, to create, to reshape, to bring into life, to accept or to ignore. if we want to. But is it really that easy? No, not really. In a way, yes, but in a way, no. It's a rather complicated process that's happening. Our brain responds to whatever we do and how we experience our world in milliseconds, way faster than we are aware of. So when we make a decision, or we think we make a decision as an individual or as a business person, we have no awareness of what's happening in the background, how our subconsciousness constantly works and how our experiences and habits are playing into role. So we believe we make decisions, but ultimately a lot of that is automated, and that's a good thing. It's different with the conscious mind. The conscious mind needs much more effort and requires more brain capacity and also more energy. And in moments like this, in a moment like this massive uncertainty, like the pandemic at the moment, our basic needs and emotions are activated, and we start looking at the world from a different point of view, and we give it different meaning. We value it different. So when we start rethinking or reevaluating the habits we have, or we stop the habits we have, we talk about zero-based rehabiting, the need to reinstall or reactivate habits and affinities is from zero ground on, is zero-based rehabiting. We humans have the capacity, or our brain has the capacity and is equipped to create new behaviors and habits. We know it's not easy, but it's doable. That's the way we're wired, so we can create new habits. And now in the pandemic, when we don't want to change a habit, but we're forced from the outside, we can use this to help create a better life for ourselves. Or if you're a company, you can see that as an opportunity to change. Okay, sorry. And use that opportunity to change and look at things from a different point of view. So, the fear we have is that we're overwhelmed, and uncertainty is often linked to negative connotations. If we go back to the ice cream experience, it can also be triggering something positive. But when we try to overcome the uncertainty in the aspect, what we don't really understand or know, most of us don't know, is that we're also limiting the pleasure factor that uncertainty can bring to the game. Some scientists say that when we are in a state of, let's say we fall in love with someone, that then this positive feeling will last longer when we maintain uncertainty and don't try to understand and make everything clear straight away. They also say that can help make existing relationships more attractive or more exciting, but I'm not an expert on this, so don't quote me on this one. I'm more here to talk about how we can embrace it and integrate it into our life and make it more enjoyable. So, and now I would like to talk to you about a few key learnings that I have. Ignorance. Ignore if you feel like it helps you. I myself, sometimes I ignorancia, but I have to tell you at a certain point, it's not helpful. It will come back to you. So the sooner you start dealing with whatever is difficult or makes you feel uneasy, the better it is. Sometimes uncertainty can reveal the ugly truth, like in my case with my family, but you have to be ready to deal with that. Dysfunction stays dysfunctional, and that applies to companies, to families, to organizations, products, or processes. Being present, always enjoy what you have, And don't regret things you do, because if you're present and you decide as good as you can in this given moment, what's the point in time to, harming yourself afterwards by questioning yourself? Sense making can help you to deal with traumatic experiences or with uncertainty. Have fun, don't take yourself too serious. And the pleasure paradox. If you make sense in uncertainty that are linked to a positive experience, you will harm and take away of the pleasure. Last not least, people say, okay, this is all good, you can assign to that, but what do I do when uncertainty really takes over and I have the feeling of being overwhelmed, not knowing what to do? So I tell you a little trick of what I do is, whenever that feeling comes into my life, I look at it and I said, okay, emotions, I accept you, I take you, and I park you. Decide on where you want to park them, on the right or on the left side, totally up to you. So don't push them away, just park them there. And then look at the piece of paper which is in front of you, empty, and you said, okay, so what is it right now? What is this complexity that I don't know how to deal with, or this uncertainty? And explore it, see the opportunity that lies in it. Explore what you can do and how you can help shape and change it, and all the beautiful things you can develop, new solutions you can create with whomever you want to involve in that process. And all of a sudden you will realize that the excitement will overtake the anxiety before, and they will no longer be relevant. So let me know how that works for you. I would be very interested. Last not least, redesigning our thinking. You can make use of the ability to turn around whatever you have in mind right now from negative to something positive and create something which is meaningful, inspirational, lovely, and powerful. So it's all yours. Thank you. Namaste. Ende und fertig. Tschüss. Thank you.